What up, fo?
GD, folk.
Hey, isn't it kind of funny though how just lingo, man?
It's not funny. It's not a game. It's not a game.
Nah, for real though. Like, think about all the how lingo has changed. Like, obviously, I'm around a lot of young people, but like, it's just
What up, Bob?
It's like
We used to say
Bob.
we used to say the cringiest shit.
On God,
Yeah.
on God has stuck
On God,
around though
on
for a
God.
while. On God has stuck around for a while though.
Yeah, all the religious fucking little whatever you want to call them, they stick around. They come and
It's
go.
so
but, like,
it's so funny because like when you would say on God and someone would be like, bro, you can't, you got to be like really serious. Like,
yeah, we also, I don't know if you knew, but all of our friends are like religious kids growing up. Like their parents were in the church, so a lot of God stuff was a little touchy until they were just completely abandoned it by 9th grade, 10th grade, and it was just a free for all. But yeah, we
like
grew up around
I'm
deacons and bishops' kids.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass on God. Like people,
Bro, I remember you weren't. This is freshman year. AJ, you know, backstory. AJ is one of our close friends. He grew up in the church. He actually was like the drummer for the band. So he was a real religious kid. I remember there was one year he tried to stop cursing for one whole year. And so he actually did too. He didn't curse one time our entire freshman year. He would just substitute the words with like frick or heck but he did it successfully. After that one year though, he gave it up and went back to cursing. It was insane.
Bruh. It's funny, like now people say bet, cap, like
yeah, bro.
Twin. What up, twin?
Yeah, bro. My kids are coming home saying, I don't even know what they're saying. They're saying stuff like skibbity and
6'7".
You're cooked, bro. You're cooked.
You're cooked.
Yeah, we
Crash
took the kids to the trip to what, Turks? No, where did we go?
Yeah,
went to Turks. Family trip. His daughter, my kids. We go out there. The kids were saying 6'7".
I couldn't handle
every 2 seconds. Stop. It was actually insane.
I tell my daughter all the times, just please stop.
But you know the crazy thing is, we would be having normal conversations and finding ourselves saying 6'7" quite a lot though. So every time they heard us say it, it would start this frenzy of 6'7". But
bro, do you have a porn stash? What is that?
You like it?
I didn't see your goatee, bro. Your face was.
Oh, you thought I had the '90s Boogie Nights?
I thought you had Burt Reynolds or whoever that was that would Cannonball Run. You had something.
I'm not that cool yet.
To cut the goatee.
My confidence isn't there to be rushing a porn stash around the house.
The retired life.
Around. I can't do that. That's when the kids are off to college. I'll get back to that later.
Oh man, what bro. All right, a lot of comments on this Asia Wilson post. A lot
of it. I know.
A lot of people.
I'm actually shocked that people weren't agreeing with me. I'm like, what?
Do you mean, bro? I tried to tell you.
I know, but I'm not saying like, oh, we're just gonna have, a WNBA. No, we're talking about Asia Wilson. She's can go. I'm saying like one of the basketball going against one of the
TJ McConnell. Though I had to defend my white counterparts.
Okay, and so I threw Anthony Tolliver out there, and I think that makes, bro, in a game
random
to 5, 3 dribbles max. You're telling me,
he's got it.
If he can get that shot off, yes, he might win. But
enough of that conversation.
He's done for.
It's funny though because it made me think about we had a clip when we stopped recording like a year ago, whatever it was, 2 years ago, of me talking about Bronny. I was talking about
those words.
No, hold on. So we were talking about Bronny, and it went kind of viral. Everyone's like, "Who's this white guy? He doesn't know basketball. Is this guy even touched a basketball?" Blah blah blah. I wasn't completely wrong. I said he was gonna be a fine player, but it's not
never
like
said that.
I did.
You never said
it was remotely taken out of context. But
this is the context.
No,
was
the context
Bronny going to be a good player or not? And you said no. I said I think he has all the intangibles to be good. No, you didn't, bro.
I said he's a good.
You were saying how no, you weren't.
I said he's not ready for the NBA, and I mean he played in the G League all year. There's nothing wrong with it. Good for Bronny.
Okay, that is a part of the NBA. 1, 2. When he did play in the NBA, he did well, bro. He wasn't like he was out of his depth for
I'm not
anybody in his
saying
position.
that, but
He
people
is
were
doing
comparing him to like
phenomenal.
the Drew Holidays of the world. This, all this. I'm like, bro.
No. I
he's
was saying don't compare him to his dad. I'm saying, yeah, he's not going to be that, but he's going to be. He could be if Scottie Pippen Jr.
He's
made it
good.
to the league.
He's good.
I think Bronny
Can
they
be
don't
that.
play the same, but like he not can be that. But like if he can make it, bro, those are similar. Like they are
I agree.
undersized guards who handle the rock. Like Bronny can make a
Uh-huh.
living for himself in the league. Was my whole point, and I think I'm proving that. He's proving it.
I understand that, but if you really go back and look what I said. I said at the time this. So when we were talking about this was when he was at USC and he was like average 6 points, whatever the case may be. But at the time, I was just saying, if you're going to compare him to NBA players because he's 18 years old, like he's going to go to the NBA the next year, he's not ready. And I mean, he's definitely developed a lot more. Like you watch him, he's a good basketball player. Like it's not just because of LeBron. You know, maybe he got to the Lakers because of LeBron, but like or the help of LeBron. But the fact is, he's a good basketball player. But he's not just like I mean, he's not just some super.
He's not a good basketball player. I
No,
didn't say that was never. That was never the That was never the topic.
Scottie
of
Pippen
discussion.
Jr. is pretty good.
Don't change it now. You said that Bronny. I was like, I didn't say he was going to be a superstar. I said he's going to be a good player that could be a backup point guard that could run a team like a fucking like a Darren Collinson or a freaking maybe a Ish Smith. So like what I'm saying, I'm just giving you a level of like if these guys can make it. I feel like Bronny has the intangibles. He has the gifts. He has the skill set. He's getting better and better. His G League numbers were really solid, really good. He's putting guys on poster. The game's slowing down for him. You can see that. And so I was kind of on point. I was like, bro, it's just hard when a guy works like that, has the blueprint, and then he's also like the kid that will work. I don't see him not like getting to where he wants to be,
or just like having a career in the NBA.
Exactly, bro. Like
just that alone's obviously extremely tough.
But he's get there and play.
Yeah, he's he's showing us things, but
people. Speaking of that, the NBA season is here.
Oh,
and
preseason today.
It's preseason's today, so the season's right around the corner. I know a lot of teams. I was just telling my wife, like, this is the most I've been excited for the NBA since I retired. We have like a mix-up of players on different teams now. The league looks completely different. And there's still a lot of questions to be answered. Could OKC run it back? I think they can. Like, who's going to answer that are the Timberwolves. I feel like they could be a team that could step up this year. Could they take that next step? Dallas looks good. Who else looks good? Dallas looks good. The Spurs. Everybody in the West right now looks pretty strong. I mean, even the Clippers, they're old. They're good. Yeah, Miami, they got Norman, they got Wiggins. Like they're gonna have a little more
back. You got Tyler Hero is healthy.
So I mean, and even still, they're not even one of the top teams in the East. Like when I look at the top teams in the East, I'm thinking of like the Knicks, the Celtics. I'm a little biased, but I'm gonna say Orlando. Orlando looks like they have a chance to be one of the top dogs in the East. I mean, it's gonna be a toss-up, but even like the Hawks, bro, they just got Porzingis. They're looking great. Not looking great, but they are looking like they probably had the best team they've had in a while going into this year. Dyson Daniels, unbelievable defensive player. Trae Young, of course. But like this year is about to get unreal. I'm actually excited for it. And even more so because of the Magic. I feel some type of personal connection to that a little bit. But bro, I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, so let's run through it. So I just pulled up the betting odds. So let's see what Vegas says. So you got OKC favored,
of course,
heavily. You got Cleveland Cavaliers second favorite.
Yeah, I forgot about the Cavs.
So the Cavs are second favorite. The Nuggets are the third.
No way.
The
Nuggets?
Fourth. Yeah, they're plus 800. New York Knicks are fifth. Or no, fourth. Sorry. It goes OKC, Cleveland, Denver's third, Knicks fourth, Lakers 5, Rockets 6.
Wow, I forgot about the Rockets, man. They got KD, but they also lost Fred too.
And then you go Minnesota Timberwolves after that. But you start with OKC. I was actually just talking to somebody yesterday about this. I mean, obviously they're the clear favorites, but it's always about like health. Who's going to stay healthy? Who's going to be? Because as you get later in the season, It's like a war of
But they did.
attrition.
I mean, honestly, they did well with that though.
Yeah, they did. Exactly. And if they do again, it's hard for to see them not repeat just because of the talent.
Yeah.
And you got all these other injuries in other places and changing of teams. I mean, the Cavaliers are good. It's just they haven't shown the ability to go deep in the playoffs. And that's where things get a little dicey because they deal with injury too. Like Darius Garland gets hurt, or you can't lose someone like Mobley or even Jared Allen. He's such a big piece of their defense.
Yeah, the Utah Cavaliers, man. I mean, that's what it feels like. They're always. I mean, Donovan Mitchell, his teams are always like
they're
just
good.
that close. They're just that close. I mean, especially these last 2 years with Cleveland, they have dominated in a way that I don't think anybody would have expected them to do. And now, I mean, Evan Mobley's coming off a Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, this team has the experience, they have the depth. It's just, can you guys figure it out in the postseason? That's to be determined. I mean, this would be the year too. I mean, you got Celtics are going to be missing some guys. Indiana's a little shorthanded. Like, this is the year to take it.
Those two teams are missing their best players. It's kind of one of those things.
It's going to be tough.
Well, and then you got the Bucks too, who is just kind of full Giannis and not.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Miles Turner, but James gone. I mean, it's just not the same team. I don't know if Giannis can put them on their back to go win it.
Yeah, Shal Cole, Anthony, and Gary Harris.
I mean, are they at the Bucks?
Yeah, they remember that. Yeah. I know they got. Did they get traded? No,
free agents.
Did they get traded?
I think
they might have. Yeah, they might have free agency. Yeah, I know with the trade and everything with Memphis. I know they didn't go to Memphis, so they definitely probably signed there. But,
so do you think this year? Where do you think Orlando sits in the East? Just the East. Where do you think Orlando will finish this season?
That's a good question. Honestly, I'm thinking anywhere from top 3 to top 5, and possibly there could be a point in the season where they could be the number 1 team in the East, whether that's early on or they make a push in the late. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they do with the addition of Desmond Bane. And is it Tyus Jones? Tyus?
I don't know.
I always get it. I hate those two names are the same names to me most of the time, but just with the addition of those two, I think this team could be good, man. They're getting Jalen Suggs back. They're getting Mo Wagner coming off the bench. He was an early candidate for 6th man of the year last year. So if this team can stay healthy and they can start clicking early on, I think it could be good, bro. Franz is coming off a hot FIBA summer. Like, I mean, he just won it with Schroeder in Germany. Also, Tristan da Silva. That's another guy I expect to take another step and kind of help. But I mean, this team has depth, bro, and they have experience, and these guys are not young kids anymore. Like, they have a lot of games under their belt, especially with the injuries last year. Like, everybody got a chance to play and kind of take it to the next level. But at the same time, I don't know, man. This is the year that they have to do something. I mean, you never see Orlando make moves to kind of gamble on their future. So they made some moves with Bane, and they got the pieces that they think they need to win. And this is probably the best their team has been in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, bro, since Dwight and them. Like, they have a lot of upside. And I just think if they can get this team clicking, if they can stay that defensive-minded team that's just going to wear teams out, bro, they have a chance to do something. I'm excited for them. So we'll see. I hope top 5.
What do you – all right, then you got you got the rookie Jace Richardson. Richardson's son. I mean, it just seems like just like anything, like if you're a rookie, it seems so hard, especially like on a team like Orlando, to make an impact when you have all these other guys on the team. Because think about what Anthony Black.
Yeah, Anthony Black.
You got Anthony Black. You got Jalen Suggs. You got guards in these positions. I mean, you've seen it with the last couple draft picks. I mean, I guess Tristan da Silva's really proven himself, but just talk about that because, I mean, you were a rookie at one point. You're a high draft pick. You're an 8th pick. So it's not always easy just to come in and do something right, especially on a good team that's already kind of set.
And they're kind of stacked. They got some depth to them. But this would be good for him in the grand scale of just learning what the NBA is, right? Like, he's going to have a lot of time to grow under some guys who are all stars and who are rising into superstar levels themselves. So he's going to get the game from some of the best players in the league. So just take your time to grow. You're going to get your opportunities. Who knows? Just be ready when they come. Like they're going to come and go. Injuries happen all the time during the year. Knock on wood. But you're going to get your chance to make an impact. You just have to be ready. Like that's the biggest thing when young guys come into the league. You don't really know, especially if you're not a top 10, top 15 draft pick. You don't really know where your time is going to call or where your jersey is going to get called into the game. So you're going to have to be really good at being ready on the days where you have to come in early for practice, stay late after practice. Like you're the rookie, you're going to have to get caught up to speed. So just take your time to absorb everything you can because you're going to get your chance when you have to go into the game. So that's going to be your test of can I make an impact, and determine, or depending on how you do in that moment is going to dictate how the rest of your season goes. So I think he has a good group of guys around him to help him kind of, follow suit and kind of keep him on a good path. Shout out to Jamal Mosley and those guys. They got some more assistant coaches from the Dallas Mavericks. So I think they're making it a good place for young guys to come and learn and catch up to speed really quick. So I think he's going to do fine, bro. And I mean, he's also a legacy baby. I mean, he's cut from a nice cloth, bro. Jason Richardson was a dog,
sure.
and he plays a little bit with that too. So like, I feel
he's
like
physical. He's physical for a guard. He's not as tall as Jason Richardson is.
No.
He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's like 6'2", 6'3", but he's built. He's more of a guard where Jason Richardson
combo
is like
guard,
shooting guard, strictly shooting guard. Obviously a freak athlete. When you've been on a lot of teams, played the NBA for a while, long time. How quick can you tell if a guy is just not ready, or it's just the NBA is not for them? I mean, you see it all the time. I mean, draft picks are really kind of a shot in the dark. Like you could take someone top 10, or you take someone 56th towards the end of the second round, and that guy obviously has a way better career. There's always these guys. It's so tough to decipher that. But
you'll know quick, bro. You'll know very quick.
That's what I'm saying. You've probably played with guys where they walk into practice and you guys start practicing the first week, and you're like, is this guy going to be able to ever play in the NBA?
Is he going to be able to like catch on to what we're doing? Yeah, no, for sure. Who's the guard that played from Detroit? Light skinned kid.
Cade?
No. Before
you're talking about way back, Killian Hayes?
Killian Hayes.
Yeah.
Killian Hayes was a top pick, right?
Yeah.
But it's funny, like RJ and all these other guys that we would play them, they'd be like, bro, I don't know how this dude got picked top 10. Like he is not that good at basketball. And I'm just like, really, like how would the GMs and scouts mess this up? Watching him, you start to understand like, oh, damn, you really don't. Like this is a different game for you than it was playing wherever you were playing before this. Like, and you kind of get the sense, bro. The game doesn't slow down. Guys have a trouble with the pace and the physicality of it, and you get a sense of that very early on. Well, if you don't figure a way around that, it's sink or swim.
Yeah, and he's actually currently got picked up by the Cavs.
Crazy.
But
what's the other guy too? What's the other guy for the Wizards? Johnny, he went to Wisconsin, I think.
Oh yeah, the guard,
light skin guy. Yeah, like
Johnny
that's another
Wilson or something.
Nah, I forgot. That name's gonna go me, but something like that.
He went high. He went high.
He went high too, and that was another guy they expected.
Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis. That was another guy they expect to come in and like make an impact.
What do you think? What do you think though is like the biggest issue? Why are these guys? Because it's tough because like you look at Killian's. I was just looking at Killian Hayes' number. He averaged 9 points, which in the schemes of it, like 9 points is fine, but it's also like how big of opportunity you're getting, because there's a lot of guys you can put out there.
How are you getting those 9 points?
Well, and like how many opportunities are you getting? Like how many minutes are you playing? Because it's like if you're a first round pick, you're gonna get 25. Let's say you get 25 minutes a game and you're getting 8 shots or whatever.
Yeah,
you're gonna get to 9 points. Like that's not crazy.
Yeah,
but what do you think the biggest is? Because it's kind of skewed, because if the opportunity is a big portion of it, there's other guys that are coming off the bench that are playing 10, 15 minutes and they're getting 6 points and they're being effective.
Well, I mean,
what do you think? Do you think it's the pace? Is it the IQ? Is it understanding?
No,
what is the biggest part?
How fast everything is, how fast you can process everything that's going out there, and then taking on the information that you're learning and applying that to the game, but in a fast-paced setting. So for a lot of guys, it's, if we're saying like, hey, we need to do a dribble, a DHO to a 3-man action, get this guy out the corner. Like if you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know what to expect, then the game kind of gets out of your grasp, and you're just like, fuck, I'm making the wrong decisions, or I'm seeing everything a step late, and the game doesn't slow down for you, it can become very difficult. And then now you're not playing your way, and you're out of character. And then some guys have a problem with just like they're going too fast through the motions where they're not letting things develop, or they're not seeing it the way it's being taught. So it's, to me, that's the biggest thing, because we all know how to shoot, we all know how to dribble, we know how to do these things, but it's the IQ part of the game. It's like the structure part. If you don't know how to play out of these sets, you're going to get lost.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing coaches don't want out there. It's just a dude that's just running around with no purpose.
Well, do you think? Okay, so that's the offensive end. What about on the defensive end? Would you
Yeah,
say the
same thing.
defensive would you? I mean, for majority of guys, is the defensive end a bigger preference than the offensive end for coaches, or how would you put that?
It depends who you are. Like if you're an offensive scoring first option on the team, they're going to give you a little more leeway on defense.
Yeah.
But if you're one of these guys who I'm just a 3-point shooter, I'm a 3-and-D guy, or I'm an opportunistic scorer that's not really touching the ball all the time, you can't mess up on defense. You have to, if you're just a 3-point shooter, you have to make sure that I'm not messing up on the defensive end, because if I'm giving up too much on the defensive end and I can't produce that much on the offensive end, it's not worth having you out there. So like the defensive thing is just the same way. Like if you can't read the offense, and if you don't know how to put yourself in the position to read like what's going on out there, you're gonna get lost, bro. I'm telling you, and it happens so quick. And guys are so good in the NBA, they can spot out the weak link on defense, and they will just put you in actions all day. And that's the worst place to be.
What when you were early in your career, was there ever a time, like, because obviously we're talking about rookies, we're talking about these guys that are having issues. When you were a rookie, was there ever a time early on where you're like, damn, like, am I really ready right now for this?
Nah,
not necessarily like that, but just felt like
I think where it's just like I'm overload. It's like overload.
Yeah.
Where it's just like an overload. I'm like, I'm not
like
getting what the fuck I'm.
Yeah, there's like a lot being thrown at me. There's like, because I did the G League training camp, went through a little bit of the G League, and it was a lot thrown at us in like 2 weeks. Like people were getting cut because they specifically didn't understand what the hell was going on. Like, because it's just like a ton of stuff. Like you have to read and react, you have to do all this stuff. Like, was there a point where you're just like, damn, like I'm not behind, but I'm just like, I feel like it's hindering my play because I don't truly grasp everything.
You see that all the time, and I feel like the best like example of this is like, so especially for preseason, you get the guys who make the training camp teams, right? And those are the guys who are fighting to make it onto an actual roster spot.
Yeah.
And I feel like the biggest thing with those guys, like, and people mistake those guys as not being as good or being as talented. And that's really not the case. Some of those guys are absolute dogs and can play at this level. It's just, do they understand the game? If you don't understand the game and you're out there, you're not going to even be able to get to your stuff if you don't know where to find it within the offense, or where to find it within the sets, or how to read or play off of somebody. So, I mean, it's really just that, bro. Like a lot of guys struggle with reading complex offenses. I think that's why we try to keep it like so just easy, and there's so much pick and roll because
it's still a lot though, because
it's a lot
just from like my time doing the G League stuff. Yes, it's basic in the sense of like it's out of the same thing, if that makes sense. Like, hey, we're running, but depending on what this person does, this person needs to do this, this person needs to do this. And so off of that, there's like 20 different things that could happen and trigger something else.
There's sets, and out of the sets, there's so many different reads.
Different reads that can happen. It's not necessarily, hey, we're going to teach you 1,000 different plays and you're going to know that, hey, we call this is what you're doing. It's like, all right, this guy's doing this. You got to do this. And if you don't, you're messing it up.
Yeah, go play out of DHL. Go play out of a horn set. Go play out of a go or whatever it may be. Because I think that's the biggest thing: the IQ and knowing how to play. Like all the play. Don't get me wrong. The most complex plays are usually ATOs, which are after timeouts, and those are the times where the coaches will take the clipboard, they'll draw up a play, and then that's when you got to lock in, because those are the walkthrough situations that the coach is going to put in. Like, all right, these are going to be the 2 minute plays to be like, all right, this is where we're going to, so we need to walk through this. Those aren't necessarily plays that you run in practice and you drill. These are just the walkthroughs that you do just in case you get to these situations. and then this is where the clipboard comes out. But everything else that you see out there are a handful of sets. And out of those handful of sets, there are tons of different possibilities, and a point guard can play through so many different actions. It's just you have to have the guys out there that are creative enough to understand what's going on and play off of that. But that's honestly, I feel like, especially our friend group, bro, growing up, we got lucky because like Ime Udoka was like our mentor. And so when I worked out with him, it was okay, we're working on these sets. Like we're working on DHOs, we're working on pick and roll, we're working on down screen. So he taught us like those simple things. And so it's funny, once I got to like college and to the NBA, it all started to click. It wasn't like I was having this realization of like, oh damn, what is this? Like, what was that? Like all these things he was saying, this is what a blue is, this is what a down is, this is what an ice is, this is what an X is. So like I understood this stuff even before I got onto the court, and I felt like that made the transition for me so much easier because it wasn't a learning curve or much of a learning curve.
Yeah, and I tell people that all the time. Like Ime was a mentor, spent a lot of time with him in AAU, specifically with him, and trained with him a lot. But exactly to your point, I thought I played a lot of open gym with Ime, like, and he's such a great guy. Like he would come pick me up, pick up Terrell Mack, like he'd literally pick me and T Mac up, and we'd go play at UFP. But it was more than just that. It's like exactly like you said, on the court when we're playing, he never like it was tough love, but like they would yell, like he would yell at you, like get to the corner, run the spacing. Now, like doing all those handoffs, all the defensive things, like there was no BS. When a lot of people BS in open gym, it was always teaching points from him that like exactly like you said, it was like I always felt ahead of the curve when it came to certain like learning points in in basketball. So shout out Ime. Obviously, I mean, look at him now. It's like literally one of the top coaches in the NBA, signed a huge extension. We have a bunch of our buddies that are on the coaching staff there. Garrett Jackson, Mike Mosier.
Mike Mose.
Ben, what was his name? Ben White, I think his name is. But yeah, it is crazy. But I mean, it's a lot of talking ball. Tell me what
I know, right?
And I mean, we got into a little bit of like coaching or like the schematics of basketball, which is good there. I mean, people, it's interesting to hear from you specifically because you were in those positions. But what's a worse road trip, Cleveland or OKC? Now that we're talking the top two teams that are picked, where would you rather not go, OKC or Cleveland? Because I know a lot of people talk about those places being kind of treacherous.
Honestly, they're both like not fun places at all. Like OKC is just a flat, wide open range of just like nothingness. And then like downtown is like there's like 6 tall buildings, and then there's a stadium, and there's really nothing else. And then when you go to Cleveland, I don't think I've ever been in Cleveland and it's been sunny. It's always been like Seattle, dark gray, like just gloomy.
Yeah.
But I remember guys wouldn't mind going to Cleveland because connected to the hotel is the mall and casino.
I've been I've been to that casino.
Yeah. So the gamblers on the teams would be like, yeah, we're going to casino. Anybody else go? Getting off the bus, 10 minutes, be downstairs in the lobby. So I was never one of them guys. I don't even think I've been to that because I might have been to that casino once. But yeah, bro, those are 2 places you definitely don't want to get stuck. I would say Detroit is another place you don't want to get stuck for too long. Memphis is bad. Memphis is like your hotel is literally across the street from the arena. Like it's insane. Like every time I've been there, it's always been drama, bro. Like random. Like I swear to God, there's been 2 times, 2 separate trips. There's like I think maybe a few blocks over. There's like a house on fire or some shit. I'm like, is that the same house that was on fire the last time I came out here? Like, there's no way. it's always just some weird. Yeah, just Memphis always on fire. But it's there's nothing to do there. I'm not going out to clubs in Memphis. I always hear horror stories about like fucking people getting robbed and just nonsense. So I'm just like,
what? I mean, you mentioned clubs. Obviously, as a young NBA player, nightlife is a big thing. You're going to all these different cities, having fun. You've told me about it before, like the club scene, like you have veterans that take care of stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
What is that like, especially when you hit the NBA where you're like, damn,
Especially when
okay,
you're a
now,
rookie too.
yeah, well, you're a rookie, you're young. I mean, you're between who knows 20 to 23,
Yeah, I was
24,
I was
depends.
21. I was
Yeah, but
21.
I mean, you were 21 though specifically, so you were like right into it. Like, what is that like? Like, you got some money in your pocket, not necessarily you have to pay for it, but
It was
you're
great.
in all these different cities. Like,
It was great.
these guys, these guys.
You know me, bro. I'm a homebody, so
Yeah,
like
yeah. But
I
you
I
still
did get
experience a
to
lot.
experience.
Like,
No, I got to go out. You know, we've been out, but it was cool, bro. I'll never forget. It was one time. My first trip to Miami with the Raptors was dope because I was excited for. I was like, I've never been to Miami, especially I'll hear all these crazy stories. So the first night we get out there, I think Kyle Lowry was like, "Yo, we're going out to eat team dinner. That can't get out of it. Everybody got to show up." Me and Quincy AC are the rookies, and it was cool. It was a nice little dinner. I forgot where we were at. It was somewhere nice, and I remember them joking with us like, "Oh, you got to pay for it." I'm like, I couldn't like my car will max out. Like I
what
don't
was the?
have
Do
that
you
much.
remember what the bill was?
It was probably about no,
It
I
had
don't
to be
remember what the but
it
it
had
was
to be a
more
good
than like
amount though,
it was like yeah, it was like at least 10 bands. At
because
least.
it's the whole
We
team,
had like
right?
the whole team. Yeah. We had
And people
everybody.
are probably drinking, eating steak.
Yeah. Come to the drinking part. So I remember I remember they got to a point where I was like, bro, I'm not paying for this. And they were like, you know what? We're just joking. But we did order you some shots to take. Bro, me and Quincy AC had to take like 4 back-to-back shots of like tequila, bro. And I remember I wasn't a big drinker at this time. So this was like I was having a damn near panic attack trying to hype myself up for this. But after that, I just remember feeling really good. I felt really good. And I'm like, damn, okay, so what's going on next? And I remember who did I go with? I think Amir Johnson. Amir Johnson took me to KOD. You remember
Yeah,
KOD? King of
yeah,
Diamonds?
King of Diamonds.
The famous strip club. Yeah. And I remember it was actually was it on a Monday? Or was it a Tuesday? Remember that old song, that old rap song by Lil Wayne? He's talking about like
KOD. Yeah.
KOD, but they had like the boxing matches of like the girls.
Yes, yes,
Boxing.
yes, yes.
Yes, we went to one of them nights, and I just remember
Dang.
everybody. But it was a cool thing. Like we were having a good time, and I didn't have to take care of anything, bro. We were going out. I didn't have to pay for the dinner,
Anything.
the drinks. I didn't have to pay for the ones. Nothing. They literally. I mean, I just had a great time going out to my first like NBA party. It was everything I thought. Not NBA party, but going out in the
Yeah.
first city, like it was super dope, bro. I just having good vets around you made the experience that much better because I didn't have to worry about nothing. I
Yeah.
didn't kind of like taught the game, but yeah, that was probably one of my
But you
yes,
could see how people could slip into that lifestyle and get
big
caught
time.
up.
Yeah, how you can turn
And
into a James Harden for sure.
but not in that sense, because I mean it's easier for James because he's made $300 million, $400 million or whatever the case may be. But
Yeah.
I'm saying for guys that go from, they go not broke, but just going to doing that all the
Into
time,
lifestyle like the
and they
Antoine
don't
Walker of the world.
focus on basketball. You still got to focus on basketball at the end of the day
Yeah.
because that's like your income. But you get caught up in that, and that's like every city.
That's the tricky part, bro. I be telling the young guys all the time, like, this is a grown man's league. They're not really going to care too much of what you do off the court as long as you can produce on the court. But, like, it's very easy to get caught up and kind of mix your priorities up and kind of start slipping because nobody's going to be on you about, like, doing this shit that you need to do. Nobody's going to be on you to wake you up, get you to where you need to be, work hard, do everything you need to do to be successful on the court. And I think that is very slippy because like in college, like you're not doing something you're supposed to, you hear about it almost.
Oh, your assistant coach will literally show up at your house. We used to, bro. I'll tell you a story. Me and KB, we used to, they would literally like try to come find us, and I will never forget. Me and KB skipped class. We're in my Malibu, and we're driving. And I swear to you, our assistant coach is driving looking for us. And I see him. I'm like, oh shoot, that's our coach. That's Coach Freeman. And I'm like, bro, we gotta pull over. We pull over and we like try to lay our chairs back like this. And he tries, and we're like, bro, he literally looked right at us. And then, bro, like next time we go up in the office, typical thing.
You're
But
caught.
we were caught. It's just like, all right, you guys got to go do 10,000 feet on the Versa climber or whatever.
Jesus.
Like, we're gonna take you to the top of the dome. You got to run all the way to Walmart, and it's just like, the college.
What? Wait, what? What
Hey,
did they make you do?
bro? So we used to have, if you would like miss study hall or do something, they would tell you, all right, be at the Kibbe Dome, which is like the football stadium at Idaho, and they would be like, all right, you got to run to Walmart, and that was like a mile, and it'd be like 6 a.m. But like, bro, these like I never had to.
What do you mean run to Walmart? Do I gotta touch the front door, then run back, or do I just the parking lot? Or
obviously, people would bullshit. Like, I never had to do that specifically, but
Jesus,
they would just have someone pick them up and
just take you across town. Just drop you off and be up.
Drop you off. But like, man, we used to get into so much of that BS trouble. But like you said, there's coaches there at college because obviously, like, it's so different. Honestly, now though, like with the money, it's probably a little bit different in that sense because it's like if you don't take care of business, you're gonna just get cut. Like now you can just be gone off the team. Where back when we were in college, like it was harder to just
get rid of you.
You'd have to really do some messed up stuff to get kicked off of like a team. Like not, I mean, we had people get kicked off.
So what's like the worst you ever got in trouble at school?
College.
Yeah.
So one day, I think it always had to do with study hall because you had to like scan in. I didn't. So we have weights early. It was like 6 a.m. We're all done. I'm like, yeah, got our workout done. Yay! Like it's like 6:30. We go to break the huddle. We come in. I'm like, yes, weights is over. Our coach comes walking in, and he's like, hold up, Jake.
You already know it's bad news.
I'm like,
you already know it's bad news.
Shit. I'm just like, what could this be? He's like, we had someone that didn't want to do their fucking study hall.
And it was you.
What the fuck is your problem, Steve or Mr. Madison? Like, blah, 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 just grilling me at 6:30. I went from a smile to just like, are you kidding me?
Shit.
So he's like, and they already had this all planned. Obviously, he's like, Coach Strong. He's like, our trainer was his name was Jake Stronghorse, which was a hell of a name. Just this buff ass white dude. So he's like, Coach Stronghorse has something for you, and he's like, all right, out to the sprint turf. He's like, he walks by me. And our training coach was pretty dope. So he's like, hey man, just knock it out. Just get it done with. So we go out there and get it. Granted, it's like 7 a.m. So all these people are coming to the facility to train, other teams, all these people are walking by class, and it's like our sprint turf is like right in front where we do like conditioning and stuff. Bro, he had me do everything was across the football field, so 50 yards and back. So it'd be like bear crawl, crab walk, Lieutenant Dan's. Lieutenant Dan's is where you act like your legs are blown off and you have to crawl with your arms. Bro, and so the worst one of them all was the last one. He was like, all right, this is the last one you got to do. Barrel roll across and back.
Yeah.
So just lay down like this and just
from sideline to sideline.
Yeah. So that's 50 yards and like, huh?
That's not that bad,
bro. Trust me. I'll tell you why it was bad though. So I start spinning and I'm going fast. I'm fucking flying. I want to get this shit done with. Bro, start to feel super sick, like nauseous because I'm spinning. So I spin to one side. My body stops, but I'm still spinning that way, like in my head. Yeah. And then I start going back the other way.
The wrong way.
Yeah. So now my body's all just like messed up. By the time I get to the end, bro, I stand up and I eat shit right into the bushes. And like almost start like throwing up. And it had nothing to do. Obviously, like physically, it was whatever. Like that's not hard. But it was just the plain fact of getting dizzy, bro. Like
that happened to me. That happened to me. It was funny too because in almost the same exact thing that happened to you. I was at school. We were going to our weight training program in the morning. One of our teammates is late. The coach was like, "Hey, don't even worry about it. Right after this, just go to the football field. I want you to go from end zone to end zone, log rolls." He told the I'm laughing at this kid, bro. I'm like, you dumb fuck. This is our second day in college and you're already late, bro. The very next day, that night, I stayed at this girl's house and I fell asleep at her crib and woke up 10 minutes to go or 10 minutes to spare. And I'm on the other side of town, bro. I showed up 25 minutes late to this freaking workout. He made me do log rolls, bro. And it was the worst experience of my life. Just like you said, it's hard to even do it because like the faster you go, the dizzier you get. And then you start to, instead of going straight, you start to just go to the right. And then now you're on the sideline. Then you got to fucking get
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself, bro.
But I mean, like, was your team with you or no?
Just me and Coach Ludwood, the coach. He told me to go all the way down, come all the way back. I threw up like twice, bro. I was dizzy for like maybe 10 hours after that. It was insane. Like if you could die from dizziness, this is how you would do it.
Bro. And that was the thing too, is like when I was doing mine, like my whole team was clapping and cheering for me the whole time.
Oh, fuck no.
They're just, and bro, people like football teams walking by, girls basketball teams walking by, they're like, what the hell's going on?
Assholes just,
I just look like
in the dirt. Yeah.
The other big time that we got in trouble was me and KB. We were playing at New Mexico State. We lost like on
the road.
Well, just listen. So we lost on a buzzer beater, and New Mexico State was always one of the better teams in the WAC. They're still good. They always got they cheated and got a bunch of players from international, and we always heard it. It's like, how do you guys get in these guys that are should be at bigger schools?
Semi-pros.
Yeah. So we lost there. It got a little rowdy that night. We're in the hotel room and we stay up super late. And University of Idaho, we're flying early. Like we're not chartered. We're the cheapest flight. Like, hey, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. We got to be up 4 a.m. So we got to be up at 4 a.m. The night before, we stayed up a little late. Alarms don't go off. We're supposed to be on the bus at 4 a.m. And our coach has left people before. But granted, me and KB are like the two of the better players on the team.
You guys get drunk or something?
We might have had a couple drinks. We had a couple drinks.
Oh yeah, you guys
blacked out. We got, we were upset about the game.
No, you weren't.
Supposedly, our coach came and knocked on the door multiple times. Assistant coach, like trying to wake us up. Nothing happened. I woke up in a straight panic. I was like, yo, like, what the hell? It's 4:30. Like, go. So I wake up, hit him. I'm like, yo, get up. Like, all of our stuff's packed. So I literally just run out of the hotel room downstairs onto the bus. I'm like, I'm leaving, KB. Like, bro, I woke you up. Like, I'm going. So I grabbed him, like, yo, wake up. We got to go. Run down there, get on the bus. And our coach is just, it's just, how it is. Like, everyone's on the bus. You're just like a spotlight's on you. There's a spotlight, like you're just walking out, you're like, oh shit, like everyone's looking at you, laughing in the back. The players are laughing, the coaches are like serious.
They're pissed.
And then like the whole flight was just a mess. The coaches are like, what were you guys doing? The assistant coaches are coming up to us like, what are you doing? Like, why the hell are you late? What the fuck was going on last night?
What was the punishment?
So he doesn't say nothing really. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, he didn't say anything. Like, our coach didn't say anything at the time. Didn't say anything like as we got off, when we got back to school. Didn't say anything. We go to practice. We finished. Well, so our coach always had a practice plan, and you could see at the bottom. I was like, it says Steven and KB at the bottom. What is this?
You're like, oh, your heart starts racing. Like,
yeah, the whole practice, we're just like, bro, I saw our names at the bottom of the practice plan. Like, we're screwed. So we get to the end. We're all on the baseline, typical running shit. He's like, who was 15 minutes late for the bus? And I wasn't 15. It was like 10. I didn't want to say anything though. But I didn't want to be like, coach, it was 10. But he's like, all right, step up. Bro, we had to do down and backs for like 15 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, and it was like time. So it'd be like, you got to do 4. It wasn't like you could just jog. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you could just jog.
No,
like, you got to do. Well, he would break it up. It'd be like, you have to do 3 in this amount, 4 in this amount, 5 in this amount, 6 amount, all the way up to 15 minutes, bro. We were cooked.
You never drink again?
No.
All right. Okay. Well, I got one last story because this one is actually kind of fucking funny. It was in college, and it actually involves our dear friend Antoine Hosley. We love him. Yeah, this is my first year at UW. It's me, him, I think we're in Hawaii for the Hawaii. What was it called? The Alani Classic, whatever it's called.
What?
And no, not the Alani Classic. What's the
What
college?
the hell
What's
are
the
you
college?
talking
Sorry,
about?
that's the high school. That's the high school Hawaii
Oh, is
tournament.
the Maui
What's
Classic
the Maui Classic? So
or
we're in
Maui
Maui.
Invitational? Maui Invitational. Sorry.
The Maui Invitational. So we're out there, and we lose to, I think we actually lost to Kentucky, then we lost to Michigan State. This is our last day before we have to fly back to the States. So all the guys are like, hey, we're gonna go to the beach, stay up late, da da. For some reason, I was like, I'm just gonna go to my room. I'm tired. I don't know. You know me. I'm always in the room first. I go to my room at like 6 o'clock, right? So I'm already like unaware of everything that's happening. So apparently some of the guys, right, they stay at the beach till like midnight.
I've been out there.
And
I've been out there for
yeah,
basketball too.
so
It's a fun
so
time.
so the just you know how it is, bunch of guys on the beach, everybody's getting rowdy, making a lot of noise. I think they got a complaint to go back to the room or whatever, or just got a complaint for the noise. So they're going back to the rooms. They're walking on the pathway. I'm not gonna say who. I will say one guy. I'm not gonna say who, but they started kicking lights on the pathway. Right? There's college kids being college kids. One of them, I think, the first guy tripped over the lights, and one guy tripped over the lights and broke one of the lights, and it fell. Antoine, one of our dear friends, goes to the next 3 lights and does this. I just gotta show you. Yo, he kicks 3 of the lights, right? Making noise.
He's playing like whack-a-mole.
Playing whack-a-mole with these walkway lights. They get back to the room and everything's all good. Nobody, thinks anything of it. We get on a flight from Hawaii back to Seattle. We get there, but we land at like a weird time. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So everybody's expecting, to get off the bus. It's a long flight. Everybody's expecting to get off the bus and go back to the rooms. Bro, I swear to God, we get to the stadium with the bus because that's where all the cars are parked, and we're about to get up and walk off. The lights come on before the bus stops, so we all automatically knew like, oh, that's strange, whatever. Romar gets up, walks to the back, and says in a very calm voice, everybody put some shorts and running shoes on and meet me at the baseline. Yo, my heart dropped to my stomach. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait. I was like, what happened? And then all the guys start filling me in on what happened of like, oh, they caught somebody kicking lights and da-da-da, right? So we get to we're all in the freaking locker room changing. Everybody's blaming one another. Like, you did it. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I wasn't even there. I shouldn't even be doing this. We get to the baseline and there's no hoops on the court. It's just the hardwood. It's just the hardwood. There's no hoops. It's the empty court. We get to the baseline and we're all just standing there and the coaches walk by and he starts playing like this mental mind game with us. Like, if you were out at the beach past this time, take a step from the baseline. Bro, like it was like 8 dudes that stepped onto the court. And then he was like, okay, if you tripped over a light, he said, if you kick multiple lights, I want you to take a step out. Like 3 guys stepped out, right? And I'm standing next to Antoine, and he doesn't step out. And so the coach is like this. The coach is like, I'll ask again. If anybody kicks a light, step out to the baseline. Yo, Antoine deadass took a step out, took a step back, and took another step out. Was like, Coach, I kicked 1 light. He was like, Antoine, take a step out. And so he took a step out. Bro, he was like, okay, you had 10 down and backs in like 60 seconds, right?
Yeah.
These guys are doing it. Everybody does it. I don't. It's like me and 2 other guys standing at the baseline because we didn't do anything. We're just standing there.
Chilling.
And we're watching these guys run at 4 o'clock in the morning. They start running, right? They finish it. The coach is like, okay, you can step back. Everybody else do it again. Everybody starts running. The fucking, once they stop, okay, you step out. Antoine's still running. Another dude, a big man, and another big man are running. And so they do it again. Then he tells Antoine, okay, you can step out. And then another big man was like, Coach, I only kicked one too. He was like, I don't care. Back on the line. He made him run 2 more. They ran for like an hour, bro. They ran for like an hour. They ran, and right at the last like sprint, both of these dudes like
collapsed.
Damn, one dude collapsed. One dude like fell into the trash can as he was throwing up. Most fucked up thing. And ever since then, I was on the straight and narrow, and I never got into
well, did you ever find out like did they had camera footage of them doing that?
Brother, they called the coaches when it happened.
They're watching it while it happened live.
Bro, they brought like one of the assistant coaches into the freaking off or one to like the back wherever the manager was and was showing him this footage. So they're seeing everything that's happening, and then the coach told all the other coaches, and then everybody was dead to rights. But I was so terrified. I thought we were all gonna have to run. I was like, I didn't do shit. But
it's funny how college is like that. I mean, I got endless stories of stupid
but that was the best
stuff.
time. Those are the best times though.
They're the best times. Like it sucked at the time. It's just funny to look back. Like you're young, you're dumb. Like
I have another story. I won't say it now, but there's another time for another podcast. We got caught with BB guns because we went to the store to get BB guns, and we were playing around in the courtyard with them, with like 6 black dudes playing with fake BB guns in the courtyard. We go back to our dorms because we're thinking people are coming. Like we're waiting for more teammates. We heard a boom, boom,
all hell breaks loose.
Bro, cops, whole place surrounded, cops downstairs, upstairs. Story for another time though. We'll get into that later. That was insane.
It was good to catch up. We'll catch you all next week. Peace. Follow, subscribe, like, please.
Do it now.
Yeah, coming in hot.